Okay, so my name is Sue, and we are on our To Be Free, To Be Healthy, To Be Me first ever Diesel Max Empire team call. So here's the deal. When starting something new, it's hard. I can remember starting my health and fitness journey 2.5 years ago, and I was confused. I was lost. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. Most times I didn't want to ask questions because I was afraid that people were like, oh my God, how does she not know what the yellow container means? By now, it's week 2. No, I never knew what anything meant. I always needed help. I always needed guidance. And as To Be Mindset came out, the first thing I did when it launched, I purchased it. And then all of a sudden I got this email that said, hey, welcome to Be Mindset. Here's what you do. And the plan was laid out for me in that first initial email. And then you probably got a challenge tracker app invitation from me or from your coach. And I got to tell you, the magic began. It happened so quickly, right? Because within 24 hours, we were able to access tobemindset.com right from our phone, if it opens quickly, right from our phone. We were able to watch those videos. I binged watched them all. It was 2 hours of video compilation. And I watched, but I didn't really take it all in. It was kind of just going on in the background. I pressed play. I was running around the house. And then I made a commitment. Every single day while I was drinking Energize, I was going to watch each video. And that for me started changing my outlook, my perception on food. Because when I started 2.5 years ago, the goal was just to lose 50 pounds. The goal was literally to just get in shape. I was so sick and tired of being sick and tired of being that I had to do something drastic. And here I am, month after month, picking a new program, inviting people to join me, focused on non-scale victories for 2.5 years. And then To Be Mindset comes and it's like, okay, get on the scale every single day. And I'm like, I've been avoiding the scale. I've only been going on the scale for those before pictures, those after pictures. And now getting on the scale every day, I got to tell you, it's been a month, almost a month now, right? I started getting on the scale May 2nd, launch day, almost a month. I'm no longer afraid to hop on the scale. When I came back from Texas, I didn't not want to get on the scale. Actually, I wanted to bring my scale with me. Traveling scale, is that weird? I don't know. But my mindset over these past 2 years never shifted to the point where I wasn't scared to get on the scale, where I wasn't scared of what it was going to say. It was always like, okay, that last 5 pounds. And now this mindset shift, although I'm not doing the nutrition plan 100% with To Be Mindset, I'm focused on the Countdown to Competition plan. The mindset, the emotion that Alana has behind that she has put in behind this program, the principles of those 2 bunnies that we talk about every single day as we plate our food, as we do everything, right? Before we eat, after we eat, the mindfulness of tracking. Not only do I want to know how is it going for you, but I want to know, do you think this is a program that potentially after you complete a workout program or 80-day obsession or shift shop or country heat, could you come back to this program for life? That's what this program was meant for. This program was meant to be a guide, a tool. This program was really meant to give you the opportunity to not feel guilty about eating, to take that word diet and that little tiny imaginary diet salad that we all think about as a diet plan and turn it into something fulfilling. I ate when I was hungry. I ate when I was sad. I ate when I was angry. Yesterday, I celebrated my father's 70th birthday. I know that is an emotional day for me. I know I would prefer to shove my face with food and not think about his death that happened 17 years ago. I know food is an emotional roller coaster for me. I know it comes up every once in a while where something tragic happens in life and I turn to food. And yesterday I had these principles and these tools. And I was able to look at my food and look at that steak and look at that asparagus and not need to consume to feel better, but consume to fuel. Because let me tell you, there's a big difference. And I'm sorry to be, crying here, but food has been an emotional journey. And I was tired of doing it alone. I was really tired of struggling the battle of being so locked down to what food made me do rather than what I was in control of. And having these principles, having this mindset, it started to change my thinking. Just this month. Now we're talking about, I sit in front of you. I've lost 100 pounds with all of these body workout programs. It's incredible. It really is incredible. But I got to tell you, my mind hasn't caught up yet. My mind hasn't caught up to not seeing that fat girl in the mirror. You can tell me 1,000 times, Sue, you look great. Oh my gosh, oh, look at the bikini. I don't always feel it. And when I don't feel it, I want to eat and stuff my emotions. So today I wanted to host this call. I wanted to give you guys, I got to get some bug spray and a tissue. I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to come on and just share for a few minutes. So I wanted to ask you 3 main questions. Number 1, why did you choose to be mindset? 1 second, as my dog is trying to get inside and will scratch up all my doors. Oh, that door's locked. 1 more second. Come on, Blitz, come on. Okay. All right, so number 1, why did you choose to be mindset? It doesn't have to be a long, complicated story like mine. Number 2, what scale or non-scale victories, for me, just stepping on the scale every day, not being afraid of the scale. And number 3, do you think this could be a lifelong journey, right? For you, for your family, for your emotional eating issues like I have. Do you think this is something, as the app launches, in 2 weeks, that we can sustainably do or be a part of? Whether or not you're working out right now, is this something that works in your life? So, Annie, welcome. Don't worry about answering anything perfectly. But number 1, I'm thrilled to see you. Number 2, tell me everything, because I know I saw in the first week on the app, there's this big orange sticker that says, I have lost blank pounds. And I was like, tell us everything.
Well, yesterday it got even better. I think I was total down 6.9 so far. So that's really good. I joined, honestly, I feel like I am one of these people that just constantly, if you've ever tried to diet in your entire life, right, all these meal plans, your brain has all these ideas of no carb and high protein and don't eat this and eat this and do this and container this. And it just, you start to build your own meal plan, right, in your head, because you have all these other rules from all these other plans coming at you. So I tend to make excuses as to why this plan is not going to work for me, because it doesn't have enough protein. It contradicts the other plan, or I'm going to do it like this instead. And I felt like I don't really get anywhere, right? It's been a year that I've been on Beachbody, and I remember having this conversation with you. You're like, well, maybe it just doesn't work for you, and that's okay. And I'm like, no, it doesn't work for me because I make excuses, because I decide every day that I'm going to do whatever I want to do, and I'm going to emotionally eat, and I'm going to figure it out tomorrow, or whatever the case is. And I feel like that I saw this and I'm like, you know what? I have nothing to lose. Once again, I have nothing to lose. So I'm just going to go all in and follow it. And literally I started watching those few videos and I was like, so what about portion? What about portion? I'm not getting it. There's something missing. Maybe it's another video. And I binge watched the videos just like you did. And I was just like, oh, played it, got it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to stop fighting, stop trying to make up my own plan or find out why this one won't work. And I'm just going to follow it. That's it. I'm just going to follow it. And it is what it is. And you know, I'm a person who feels like I want to lose a massive amount of weight very fast. And I know that like, that's not it. Staying consistent is the key. And if I had just lost 2 pounds a week for the last 10 weeks, I would have been very happy right now. But I don't do that. I yo-yo. So I really do hope that this is a lifelong thing for me. I feel like it could be, right? Because it truly is a mindset. And if I just ate like this all of the time, I would be successful. So that's my deal. And that's what I'm hoping for.
I know. I got to tell you, Annie is one of my best friends from grammar school. And I know those days we spent lifeguarding together in those itty bitty bikinis and getting tan all the time and eating whatever we want because we were kids. Those days are long gone. You eat something and you're like, how did that taco get on my ass? Like, how does it happen? How? Right? And I don't want to say like, oh, we get older and we get, no. It is a mindset. Yes, because when we were younger, we were working out and we were constantly in motion. Constantly. There was not a minute of our day till, 3 a.m. going out that we were not in motion, right? And now things have shifted and we have to shift with it. And I know when you started with Beachbody, you're like, oh, Sue, you can do it. I can do it. And that was like our hand-in-hand journey all year together because I was on this roller coaster this year too. But I think you're right. The second you stop fighting, and you stop just trying something like 50%, like all in, and you let it all go, it's the moment you can start to change. And you're right. That 2 pounds, I mean, 2 and 2 and 2, like it all adds up. But for me, when I started, it was like, I got to get to 50 as fast as possible. That was absurd. That was absurd. Looking back, like I still don't know how I did it, but you're right. That one word that you said, it's that consistency. It really is. It really is all about those daily habits that are going to keep you on track. I'm thrilled to hear the number 6.9. Thrilled. But I also know it's just a number. If it says 6.5 tomorrow, that's okay too. It's okay. Because our body fluctuates. And I'm learning that. I mean, I fluctuated like 8 pounds up and down and up and down, 20 pounds up and down and up and down. But at the end of the month, I was still at that place that I wanted to be right after I completed a workout program. So it's shocking how our body changes. And it's also shocking that our mind changes when we allow it to. So I'm so glad you're here, Annie. I'm so glad you decided, like, what the heck, might as well, give it another shot. Dude, there's so much stuff out there. You have the option at any time, and I tell everybody, you don't like something that's going on here? Do something. No problem. I'll be there to support you too. Just do something. Just do something. So, Erin, hi, good morning. Adrian, what's your experience with 2B right now? I'd love to hear.
Hi, guys. Annie, first of all, I am so excited. I'm so excited for you because I was in the first group that we did together, and you were in there, and we talked so much, and like your struggles and our struggles together, and I feel like this program, like specifically 2B Mindset, has just completely changed everything for you, and I'm so excited to hear that you're finally starting to like reach your success again, like to get to your goals, and you're really crushing them and conquering the food portion of it, and it's great that that's working for you. So congratulations on that, and I'm happy to see your face again and have you with us and everybody else. My experience is sort of like Sue. We're doing the competition or classic coming up here in a couple more weeks. I can't believe it. But my takeaway from this is huge because a couple reasons. You know, I've always struggled with, in the past, I had some eating disorders, and I struggled with the fear of food and, you know, not wanting to eat things and almost starving myself, or like the binge eating and things like that. So the whole mindset of this program and not being afraid to plate your food, you know, and be open to allowing that to not be so concentrated on the actual portions and everything, and just enjoying the good foods has been very helpful. Not being afraid of the scale.
Oh.
My water has gone up because I am horrible, and my husband will tell you I never drink enough water. I literally, like, he's like, did you have your water today? Did you have your water today? I'm like, no. And so now I'm like, I really am trying to focus on the water intake big time, and that has helped so much because I've done so, like, I'm like up and down. One time I'm eating like way too much, and then sometimes I'm way under eating. But with the water, it has helped a lot having that prior, because a lot of time I was doing mindless eating. I would just eat because I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna eat, and I'm not even hungry, or my body doesn't need it. I just need to be hydrated. So there's a lot of different things that this program has helped me with, I think. But like the fear of the scale is just like huge for me, because I hate it. I hate the number. I hate seeing it. And it's always been an issue for me because I wanted to be a certain way. But it's funny because I'll look back at my journey and where I started. And at 100, well, when I got to 150 pounds, then and now it's like totally different. I'm still the same number, but my body looks completely different. So getting over that fear of that number has been huge for me. And so that's been a journey in itself, and a non-scale victory in itself. And I can relate with what Sue was saying on that as well. So it's been great. It's been awesome. And I think it's going to work for so many people that I personally know that can't physically work out right now, but they can do something that will help them be successful in overcoming the nutrition part of it. 80% is the kitchen. You know, 80% is, you know, what we're doing in our kitchen, how we're feeding our bodies, and what we're eating and how we're eating, and, you know, the meal part of it. So that is huge for some of these people that can't do anything right now, for whatever reason, health reasons or injuries or whatever, and still have success and reach their goals. So it's been great. So I'm excited.
I think you hit the nail on the head. There are so many of my friends who I have in this shingles support group, who every time I post in this group, they say, oh, well, Sue, you're still working out. Yes, I'm still working out, and I have shingles this big across my back. Yes, I am, because it's worth it to me. But I understand a lot of people physically can't. The girls in my shingles support group cannot.
You know, a good example is
they have it all across their chest, their body, their back. It's not necessarily a program that you need to work out. It's a bonus, which is fantastic. Fantastic. Now, again, if you've been with us for a year, the workouts are fantastic because you can do bio, you can do yoga, you can do anything that Beachbody offers. You can do Country Heat. I know Debbie Nelson's favorite. You know, it is an all-access pass to anything you want in the comfort of your own living room. But there are people who physically can't do that yet. So, Adrienne, I'm glad you talked about that, because this program truly, I believe, is for everyone. Workouts are extra credit. So, speaking of extra credit, we have like extra credit super mom, Kristen, on the phone, who is literally, I'm going to unmute you now. Kristen, actually, I can't unmute you. Okay, there we are. Kristen is literally super mom. Her posts are like, okay, does carrying around a crying baby for 3 hours about picking up all the toys in the house, doing 605 squats, and feeding and packing lunches count as a workout. And I'm like, yes. And she's like, and I drank all my water. She's like, and I ate all my veggies. You know, you are the woman who I look at the post every day and I'm like, how does she do it? And she's still smiling and she's still loving it. Now, so for someone like me who isn't a mom and has no experience with that, you look like super mom to me. I just want to tell you that. Actually, most of you look like super moms to me, but Chris and you especially. So tell me, what made you decide to do 2B? I know you've done multiple programs before. What was it about 2B, and what's your experience so far? I'd love to hear.
Sure. Well, I'm relatively new to Beachbody. I signed up under Debbie because I've been watching her on Facebook. And it was like, okay, I had a kid, and I'm a new mom, so I don't know that I'm a super mom. I'm a new mom. I have no idea what I'm doing. And I'm in my mid-30s, so I'm kind of an older mom too. So it's like I like to plan things out, and I like to figure out how to not have excuses when I'm trying to get healthy. And I've done like the yo-yo thing too, and I am good at being disciplined and like staying consistent, and I can usually get that down with working out. But then I count my calories. I use my Fitness Pal. And, yeah, well, family. And I've gotten down to like 160 with just counting calories and working out every day. And then I've found that, like, since doing Beachbody, so I was working out, and then I would like go for a walk at work on my 45-minute break, and I would do like an extra run, or I had to like keep adding and adding and adding and adding, because when I was counting calories, it's like, well, I have extra calories, so now I can have a brownie, and I can have a bowl of ice cream, and I can, make all these really unhealthy choices. And, that's how I have functioned for years. And it's, I'm watching all of you guys, and you're like eating all this healthy food and, cooking healthy stuff. And I'm like, man, I have never quite figured that out and cracked the code in myself in terms of like how to get myself to think about food differently. So the timing of this program was just so perfect, just so perfect. So, and I love, like, so I'm a therapist by trade. And, I've put together a lot of trainings for staff members at jobs, and when I worked at an employee assistance program for employees in different places all over the country. And the biggest thing is, making sure that it's positive, because anyone can come up with something that's like, here's this new disorder, and let me tell you all about this like illness, and all of it is negatively framed. And then it just, now everyone thinks, oh, I have shift disorder, like where they work third shift and now they have all of these problems. And it's like, okay, sure. So there's issues, but if we just focus on that, now we all think we have all these problems. And what I love about what Ilana is doing is everything she says in every video, it's all the positive reframe. And so all you can think of when you're watching these is the positive reframe, and it gets stuck in your head. And she's got these cool like phrases and one-liners that you can't like stop thinking about, like dinner and done, so it stays in your head, and it's like, oh my God, that's exactly what I need. And I've been doing this so I started before you started the challenge group, and so I don't know, I'm like in the middle of week 3, I think, and I've lost 7.6 pounds. Is that what my tracker says? 7.6 pounds. So I've gone like up and down a little bit here and there, and I'm figuring out what does all of that mean. But it's like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna keep doing this and keep pushing through, and I don't want to like fall off this bandwagon. So I'm like, because I think this is exactly what I need. So
number one, the number, of course, my mouth was always like, when it's more than like 5 pounds, right? Like it's been 2.5 weeks, officially going on 3 weeks. So for me, so to hear those numbers and they're not just my numbers, you know, because everybody looks at me and they're like, Sue, of course you can lose 10 pounds like this. No, I fluctuate too. And that's the hardest, that's the challenge, right? The challenge is not to get obsessed when it goes up, not to get obsessed when it comes down for me. But you're right. You hit the nail on the head, Alana. Let's talk Alana. Hello, lady. She is incredible. Everything that I really, 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 really feel that everything she said, she's literally just talking to me like nobody else exists. It's like literally one-on-one as I watch those videos over and over and over. Because it's not what she says, it's how she says it. And then she gives you this, you're right, this reframe tool to shift our brain, to shift our thinking. Every time I walk into the kitchen, I'm like, plate it, plate it, plate it. It's never just in the mouth. It has to be there on a plate. And it has to be veggies more if I go for seconds. In San Antonio, for sure. You know, I was at this hotel and they had all this food out for lunch and breakfast. And if it didn't go on a plate and it didn't look like that plate, right? Because veggies most works for competition mode for me. If it didn't look like that, I didn't eat it. I didn't go back for seconds of fish if I didn't have more salad. I didn't go back for seconds of something else if I didn't have more, you know, FFCs on top. Oh my God. You know, now I give myself permission to do that. And Alana has almost given me that tool, that positive mind and vibe and thoughts, everything that comes out of her mouth. I'm telling you, she's not talking to you. She's only talking to me. It is incredible. And Kristen, thank you for sharing that part of your journey. I know that it's a different way of approaching food. It wasn't something I was comfortable doing. I'm not going to tell everybody like, okay, time to show me your trackers. No, it's a personal journey, right? I mean, I may one day, you know, say, okay, bonus time. Everybody post pictures of your trackers in the app. Yes. Like I want to make this journey fun. I set this challenge tracker app group for 30 days. And I actually kept thinking as I'm watching and spending time with some of the other coaches, their groups are going to go on all year. And I'm like, well, that's genius. Why don't I make a group? And that way the new people can come in and be added to our group. But I also don't want to take away from how special this is for each and every one of you. I know when Adrian was talking about seeing Annie for the first time again, and it's been months, Annie is in some of my other groups, but my groups are like separate, right? Like if somebody's doing a workout program, I try to put them with people who are doing the same workout program. If they're in my 365er group. So I want this to be an opportunity where we're all in it together. You know, we have a huge upline team on top of us. I'm in so many groups, but it can be overwhelming for a lot of people. And we have a lot of new people in the group that I want to shower with love for just starting something different. They've never done a Beachbody workout program before. So one of our newest members, I see Erin, I don't know where she went, but I see Christy is on. Hi, Christy. I'd love to hear about your experience so far. Would you be comfortable sharing with us?
Hi. Well, I did 21 Day Fix. And I haven't started the 2B yet. As a matter of fact, I'm actually talking to Erin about it now. I've been on the fence. I've had a lot of personal issues that I'm dealing with. So I've been sidetracked, but definitely I want to, now that summer, I'm a teacher, and now that summer is like 7 days away, woohoo! I totally want to start and just take care of me. I'm a single mom, and it's always been about my kids all the time. I give them everything I am. And in the last 3 or 4 years, I've put on more weight than I would like to have. And when I started 21 Day Fix, I was actually committed every day for the 30 minutes. And it was awesome. My pictures, I would look at my before and after pictures, and it was just like, oh my gosh, it wasn't a huge amount of weight. It was about 11 pounds in a little over a month. But still, I could tell the difference. My daughter would come and pat my belly, and you're not as fluffy anymore, thanks. So definitely, I do want to commit to the 2B coming up. Once I can put the school year behind me, I definitely the summer about Christy, summer for Christy.
I totally agree. Having that 7 days, I know there's a lot going on. Trust me. although I'm not a teacher anymore, I am still in the field of education, which people still want me to come to their school to do a school visit to tackle problems at school. And I'm like, there's not really time for that. We can do it next year. Let's do academic remediation this summer, right? There's a lot going on, and it can be extremely overwhelming. And as you've heard Adrienne and Kristen and Annie, excuse me, you've heard different experiences, right? Annie went all in with 2B. Adrienne and I are going all in with the 2B principles and a different meal plan, but incorporating those principles in the meal plan. Kristen's all in with workouts and the meal plan, right? Like, it's different for everybody. So once you purchase 2B Mindset, and it's perfect timing, actually, probably, right? The app comes out in June. You're going to have access to the nutrition app, to everything. It's a one-time purchase, and it's lifetime. You will always have access to this. There is no reoccurring charge for this. It's a separate entity to Beachbody On Demand, so there's no annual fee. It is yours forever. So as Annie and I were talking about binge watching 2 hours of it, you can do that all in one shot, or you can listen to it in the car. Like, this goes anywhere, everywhere, and starts becoming a part of. You know, as Kristen said, those little sayings and those lingos, you know, they stick with you throughout the day. They just give you a different kind of purpose, a different kind of drive to do something a little bit differently. You know, when you're ready, we are here. Blizzard's ready to go inside. Look at him. How cute he is. Little Paul. Okay, I'll let him in. All right, guys. I know, Erin, I know you. Hi, big boy. I know you do not have experience with 2B, but I would love to hear your thoughts on just the program in general. You have some questions since you haven't started it yet, too. Started it yet. Come on.
Hey guys, did I unmute right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is space, so it's kind of like I'm talking to you, Christy. I found it. Cool. No, yes, she's right. I haven't done 2B Mindset yet because I just restarted my 80-day obsession journey. So I try not to take on too much because then I set myself up to fail. That's just my personality, because I will get overwhelmed and I give up. So I'm sticking with what I know best, which is my container system, my portion fix, doing the 80-day obsession. Plus, with 80-day obsession, we have the time nutrition. So I'm trying to get back in the groove of fueling my workouts and fueling my recovery. But the 2B Mindset is something that I have like right here next to my, like, all my things to do, because I have a food addiction. So I have a huge problem with that part of the fitness world. And when I'm great, I'm great. I'm 100% in. You will see me eating fish and veggies and my new love, Brussels sprouts, because of this crazy girl. Like, we ate them, no kidding. She came one night, we worked out, and we were starving, and all we ate was Brussels sprouts. Like, we baked them, and we ate the entire, but we're just like, oh my God, I need more. It was the weirdest. Anyway, weird.
If you were in San Antonio with us, we went food shopping at, like, I don't know, 11 o'clock the first night we were there. And what did we get? Brussels sprouts. So Monica was like, are you sure you're going to make me these Brussels sprouts? Meanwhile, I was like, yeah, of course. Didn't wake up in time. And the next day I made Brussels sprouts at 5 o'clock in the morning. I had Brussels sprouts and egg whites for breakfast. Like, they have become my life. Anyway, go ahead. I'm muting myself now.
It has to do with how she made them, because when I meal prep, I overcook things and then I microwave them throughout the week, so they're nuked and whatever, but I still just eat it because I'm eating to fuel my workout. Like, I've changed my own mindset through that program. But when I fall off and I have a cheat day, or my coworkers have a million brownies and donuts all over the table at lunch, and I break, then I stumble down a mountain faster than you can imagine, like an avalanche. So I want to learn about the 2B Mindset principles because I need something like that to reframe my thinking. I'm doing good with what I have now, but it's still something that I'm going to get because I want to at least do it the way Sue and Adrienne are doing it while I'm going through this journey. And then I have that with me for the rest of my life. So that's where I'm at with the whole thing.
I think you're right. It is not a program that I will do like from start to finish, like some people will when they come into our group. It's a program that I can make it a tool, not the rule. So 80-day obsession, right? Like, what are the differences? What actually is 80-day obsession if you haven't done it? 80-day obsession, the rule was you ate purple and red containers for breakfast for me. Then I ate a green and red and yellow container pre-workout. Then I did my workout, had my energize, had my hydrate. Then post-workout had a red, yellow, green. Like that was the workout block for me, right? And then after your workout, you have to have recover and you have to have a fruit. That was my workout block. So that was like at the end of my day from red and purple started around 6 o'clock till midnight. It was a 6-hour block of my day. That was the rule. When I worked out, that's what I did for those like 5 hours. Okay, dogs happen. Totally fine. That was the rule. Well, here's the deal with 2B Mindset. 2B Mindset has 3 meals and a snack sensation. Snack. What is it called? Kristen, what is it called in our tracker?
Snacktional.
I was thinking snacksational, like an option to snack. You have a snack, you choose to have a snack. Snacktional, this is your option here. Whereas in 2B Mindset, as an 80-day obsession, your snack is like a vegetable. My plan A was a green and a blue. My snack was always cucumbers and feta. That was a snack. In 2B, the snack has many more options, which is great forever. So if you're doing a program, like Erin said, she's committed to this program. Yes, you may be able to incorporate the principles, but don't take on too much at once. If you're doing 2B Mindset, maybe you want to do a challenge du jour workout of the day. Maybe you want to do Sean one day. Maybe you want to do Tony, Charlene. I got to tell you guys, I did Turbo Fire in San Antonio. Turbo Fire hit 15. I've never done a Turbo Fire. I've never done Charlene besides live workouts at like Summit. This workout for 15 minutes, dripping. Maybe you saw my Instagram stories, like drenched. So here's the cool part. It's your program. It's your choice. The results are up to you absolutely always. And with 2B, you can have those treats, not cheats. That's another one that I love. And not feel guilty. Not feel like, okay, the world is crashing down. I had a bad day, a bad meal, and it's over for the week. Because much like Erin, that was my mindset too. You know, if something terribly bad happened, it was now going to snowball into terrible bad meals for a week. And I have to get over that. I have to get over myself. I have to get over what's on my plate, what's not on my plate, what's on the scale, what's not on the scale. I have to use the tool as a tool, not as a rule, right? And I think that's where we can all come together. I'm thrilled that you guys took time on a Saturday morning. Right before this call, Erin was like, are you sure you're awake? Because I know Saturday 8:30 is very early for you. Yes, it is. But I'm committed. I'm committed to you. I want you guys to know that I'm here to help support you and keep you accountable. And I want to hear the good. I also want to hear the struggles. I want to hear what's going on. Because as your coach, or if Erin's your coach, or if Adrian's your coach, we are all in this together because we're just human beings, right? Take away the coach title, the challenger title. We're just people. We're people going through the same thing as you. And the coolest part is, as a coach, I now have access to that Alana Coach test group that's on Facebook. And man, mind blown as I hear her every single day. It's truly like a privilege to be in that group, right? You become a coach, you buy 2B Mindset, boom, you're in the group. You have no idea what you're doing and you just keep going anyway. And I feel like that's the journey of life. I have no idea what I'm doing ever, but I'm just going to keep moving forward. I'm going to feed off your energy, your vibes. So if you're staying positive, I'm staying positive. If you're negative, I'm going to try and pull you back in and get to that positive place, right? We can all be negative Nancy's all day long. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody. But let me tell you, there's some things that happen that are negative, that negatively affect where we are in our relationship with food. I'm not a therapist like you, Kristen, but Psych 101, right? Like it's all in our head. And what we put out there to the world is certainly what we're going to give back. So I want this to be a weekend filled with fun, food, friends, fitness, of giving, of receiving, and remind you guys, as you're at a party, water first, veggies most. Like keep those 2 bunnies with you at all times. Hi, Danny. Hi. Veggies most, Danny. We're going to end on that. I'm going to take a quick photo. Team call, Instagram. Keep smiling big, guys. 1, 2, 3. Did we get everybody in? Whose car is that? Oh, Annie. Annie's in the car now. Annie's driving. Okay, ready? I'm getting Annie now. Annie, be safe driving. 1, 2, 3. Got it. Like, whose car is that? I thought it was Natalie's. I love you guys. I'll see you in the app. If you have questions, post. Thank you. I'm going to schedule these calls every 2 weeks. So every Saturday, I know it's going to be a commitment. If you want on, you are more than welcome. I'm going to stop the recording now.